welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Fixing Up the Commonwealth. I hope you're well today, and we are back at the Slog, and I thought I would let you have a look at this particular video, which I don't normally really put these together, but I thought it was worth going through this video and showing you how I deal with kind of those little areas in your settlement that maybe you're not quite sure what to do with. So it's sort of a build video, it's sort of a decorating video today, but I thought it was worth sharing, so you can see what kind of thought process at least I go through when I'm kind of putting these areas together. So you can see there's a fire for all the traders there. I've kind of chucked a whole lot of chairs around it, and that's pretty much all I did. So I'm kind of taking some inspiration from Fallout 76 as far as the way I've gone about this kind of this particular area. Now, for some weird reason, some of these chairs would not move. You can see that one, I can't pick it up for some reason, and then later on I can select it. I don't know what the heck's going on with that, but anyway, all good. I can't select that one either, even though I put that one down. You can see I've put a animated fire on top of the fire that was there that didn't have any kind of flames coming through it. So I'm sort of just feeling my way into this area, and that's kind of how I build. I don't know about you guys, but I just tend to kind of start building and see what kind of transpires. Yes, big words today, another day of big words. So you can see that the weapons bench there is kind of overhanging that concrete area. So I'm gonna kind of make this a little bit wider. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this as close as I can get it, line it up with the concrete area. Now there's something stopping me from moving it down, so I'm going to use place anywhere in a sec to get that into the right position. So always important to kind of sort of get the first one right, line it up so it's all kind of straight and in the right position. Then you can use place anywhere to do this. So I just keep nudging it down, 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 down. We're going down, down, down until you think it's about level, which is about then. I can see there's an issue there, so it's not quite in the right place. And this is what I'm saying. Get this up absolutely spot on before you start doing this. Otherwise, you're going to have to do what I did and redo it, which is not such a drama. But you can see it kind of sprung back there. So I'm going to make sure this is right this time. Also have a look and make sure it's right there, and then I'm going to nudge it down again and get in the right place. So once we do this though, it should, now I'm having this issue, see how it's bouncing? How I get around this is actually by changing the angle, the way I'm looking at it. For some reason it will nudge down when I look at it in a different way. So if you're having that issue with the place anywhere, this is the way at least I've found to get around it. So we'll nudge down from here and it will work. So it's, I don't know why, but you know, I've stopped questioning Fallout 4 and why a long time ago. I just roll with it now. So we'll nudge it into place a little bit more. That looks a bit right. There we go, good. So what now happens is, because this piece should just snap straight onto there, it's not because of this. So there you go. And the reason I put that canopy in was just to visualize. So it's all about build order, as you know. If you've built in Fallout 4 for a while, you know build order is the key to success. Still won't move that. So okay, so we're going to move that canopy back into place like this. Give yourself some room and then push it away from yourself. That's how I find is the best way of doing this. And at least that is not floating in mid-air either, now that we've put that little bit of foundation down. And then we're just going to put a number of machines in here. Now you might occasionally hear Arlen making some noises in his little workshop off to my left. If you've been at the Slog before, you know there's a quest that Arlen gives you to do with giddy up buttercups, and yeah, he hides in the little room that's off to the left there. right in that steel shed there, and kind of mutters to himself every so often. So we're going to get rid of that. So far so good. Now you don't have to do a heck of a lot to this to get it to work, and I'm thinking of doing quite a few kind of what I'd term looser builds in the next kind of couple of episodes, the next couple of builds that I do, around this kind of theme, because you know you get very focused on building kind of boxes or buildings with walls and doors and stuff, and it's kind of nice not to do that, and just be kind of loose in the building, and just put items in place, see what happens, see if they fit. If they do, all good. If they don't, then find something else and try that. You can see it's starting to come together nicely. So I like the idea of that area being shaded under there. However, this area here needs something. It's just, I don't know if you get the same feeling, but I get that feeling every so often that I'm just, there's something lacking, and I need to continue building, and you know, it's all done really by feel. So I think about what I can do here, and I know there is a there's a roof kind of in sections that I can use or utilize in the G2M mod, and you see what I'm talking about in a minute. There we go. And that would sort of be perfect for this area here. Now I do faff around with this a bit. It does fight me a bit. You can see that there's something going on with the collision there. It's not turning green straight away, and suddenly it does. So I'll faff around with this, and there's 3 pieces to this. There's 2 sides and 1 middle. So you can, I love the way it all kind of snaps together. Now it's at this point it's fighting me, and I get it into place, and I'm not happy with it. So I'm going to show you how I get around this, and it's pretty simple. So just pull it to bits, find a space over here that kind of is vacant, and see if it'll snap together like this, because I had to use place anywhere to get it, number of the pieces in place, and it should all snap together. So take it off here like this, snap all these bits into place, and I'm going to use the pillar to move it, and so into where I want it to. Sometimes it's easier to do that than build it in situ, so to speak. Using big words today, I know, but anyway, it's what I do. So push it away, find the spot which is about there, get it nice and straight, drop it in a little bit because it was sitting a bit too high as it was. There you go, about there. Just finding that kind of outer limit and let it go. And she's a good one. So, okay, so we've got this kind of little roof where if they have a problem in weatherproof and blah blah blah, they can sit under here. And actually, since I've built it, it's become very, very popular. Now, you see that? That suddenly I can pick that up, and suddenly I can pick that up. I have no idea why. Anyway, like I said, I'm not going to question it. I'm just going to take the win. So yeah, it's a nice little area, but even though I like it, it needs something. It needs something more. This is a trading post. This is a kind of temporary area where the travellers can come and kind of rest up for the night, and you know, have their Brahmin fed and all that kind of stuff, and just hang out before they get on the road again. So I wanted to have that little vibe. I'm going to enclose it a little bit more. You know, use the old fences to do that, and just give it a little bit of character. And I do this a lot. I do this quite a bit just to try different things in your builds like this, and it'll take it from being just kind of to, oh, that's not bad, I don't mind that, it's quite nice actually. So not everything you're going to try is going to work, but you know, don't let that stop you trying things. So that's going to have to come down a little bit. Are we going to use the pillar, or are we going to be lazy? We're probably going to be lazy, I would suggest. So you can. This is what I'm doing here. I'm looking for something to fit into that gap. It's interesting. Yep, that sort of would be interesting there. It needs to probably come down a little bit, but we could also use that. Switch off the collision, and switching off the collision is basically just another way of using the pillar. It's just the place anywhere's way of using the pillar, really. So it allows you to sync things. Thank you to the next door's dog for getting into the video. They're going ballistic. I don't know what's quite going on with them. And you can see you've got a quite different feel if you just left the sides. We're going to go and sleep, and we'll come back in a second and show you the final item. So a very quick and dirty little build today, but you can see it has a lot more character and it's a lot more interesting to look at. Now, so stole this idea from Fallout 76. See, there's a little bit of a lounge in the car there. Dogmeat liked it, but he just disappeared somewhere. I don't know where he went. You can see I've put a Brahmin feeding trough in there. Added a little bit more in here as far as there's a little table for putting things on. I could decorate it up, but I haven't. Cooking area, benches, she's a good one. It's a bed if you want to have a lie down, but I figured that maybe they would go round the corner into the main building if they wanted to have a sleep. So I haven't put any beds here as such, just one mattress on the ground. And you can see you don't really have to do a heck of a lot to make it look pretty interesting and inviting, and add a little bit more to your settlement. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this one. Very quick fixing up the Commonwealth today. You can see I've put all this bits and pieces in as well. And we'll catch you next time on Gaming for XP. See ya.